What's up, y'all? Welcome back to 3-Star Draw. I'm down south 77, 3-Star Draw, and this here is an adult collector channel where we're usually talking G.I. Joe classified, but every now and then we'll take a look at some other stuff that I like as well. But this is a classified video, you know that. That's what you're here for. So we're going to be checking out this feller that Post Office brought me today via DHL. Kyle Budo Jesso here. There's the back of Kyle's box, and should you need that UPC for anything, get it in the camera. There it is. I'm not really sure if you need it because apparently this guy's showing up at everywhere now. Everybody's starting to ship him, and he's turning up at Walmart, so I hear. So a little story about Budo here. I never had Budo when I was a kid. I was still buying and getting and collecting. I wasn't collecting, playing with Real American Hero Joe's in 1988 when he come out. But I never wanted this guy. I thought the idea of a samurai in G.I. Joe was just dumb. But looking back on it now, we already had like 4 ninjas by then. So I don't know. It just, maybe it's the armor. I guess a ninja is a ninja, but a guy in like full medieval or whatever samurai armor, that for some reason was a bridge too far. I know, looking back on it now, kind of dumb reasoning, but either way, I never had him. So fast forward to now, we know what they're doing with these classified figures. They're taking the worst characters, I think, and putting the most effort into them. That's really what it feels like to me. Like, I mean, look at Raptor. So Crystal Ball. All right, go on. So I like what they've done with him. Everybody that I've talked to that has this figure loves it. A lot of people are saying that this guy is probably going to be figure of the year. I don't know about that. I've already got my thoughts on that, but I'm going to get him out. He comes with a lot of stuff and we're going to check him out. So look, we're going to do this video just a little bit different than the way I usually do mine. I'm going to take some pictures of the box and unboxing him to stick in here. And I'm going to go ahead and get this guy out, mess around with him. I don't usually like to do that. I like to show taking it out of the box, how it's packaged and all that. But I'm under a bit of a time crunch with Budo. It's going to be a couple of days before I can sit down and actually do it the way I usually do it. But I can't wait. I can't wait for this dude. So that's how we're going to do it. So when I come back, I'll have all his gear out. I'll show you how it goes on. I'll show you if I've had any problems or any QC with him. And hopefully that will go a little bit quicker because he's a deluxe figure. It takes a long time. My videos already take a long time. So for that one, this one, we're going to do it that way. So without further ado, let's check out Kyle. All right, here we have the front of the box. We've already pretty much taken a look at that. And take a look at the back. I like the pagodas and the cherry blossoms. I always like that kind of architecture, Japanese theme thing. So here I just put the 2 sides of the box together. I always like to show the artwork. And then, of course, we got our QR code and blued out image. And then here's coming out of the tray. And take note that the reed cloak and the scarf are in a little separate tray. They're packaged underneath. So when you pull the tray out, just make sure that don't fall out. You can do it over a table or something. And then this is getting all this guy's stuff out. This is all the stuff that he comes with. I mean, just look at this. So I decided the best thing to do here is probably just strip him all the way down to his basic look, his no armor, no nothing look. And we'll start from there and just kind of build up on him. All right, we'll go ahead and take a look at him here. Got the John Wick head sculpt on him. I think this head sculpt looks a little bit like Kid Rock, honestly. But so you can see he's just wearing his kind of gray Under Armour style shirt, kind of plain pants. We do get Dusty's rifle again with him. It actually looks good with him. It kind of works with him. Now, people have their own feelings on this rifle, but he can hold it pretty well, and he can actually kind of cross over. His butterflies are decent with no armor on, decent for a Joe anyway. So you can see how well they actually function going forward. So you can actually get a two-handed grip on this rifle with him. It's just, man, this rifle's kind of wonky, isn't it? Getting it in his hand and turning it. It's just, the stock is just a little bit, it's just a little bit too long for this rifle, I think, for what you're trying to accomplish. So if I can manage to get him in his hand here and get his finger on the trigger, and I think I did, yep, I knocked the bipod loose. So that's something you got to watch on this rifle, is it clips down in that little divot there in the front. But so you can see that fly land on my hand. Oh, I got to go get my fly swatter. So there you go. You can actually get a good two-handed pose on him, like he's firing this thing. And he actually looks really good just like this, just with none of his stuff on him. But you can see you got your standard articulation with your ankles. Nothing new or groundbreaking articulation wise with him. It's kind of what we've come to expect from our Joes. But I do like how you can actually get him in that pose with this rifle. He's got his handgun here. It's got that extended mag, a little laser sight underneath the barrel. We've seen it before. Not a whole lot to it. It's a pretty decent looking weapon, but man, that magazine is so long hanging out the back. And it is a little bit bent, you can see right there. His other face sculpt, this is his plain face sculpt, got the top knot. Paint apps on it look good. You can see where he's got his head shaved up underneath. It looks like they actually cut his top knot off. I guess it's a bun. I know it's a man bun. I'm not going to give him too much grief for it, though. Face sculpt looks good, and this is the base face that you will need for pretty much anything else you're going to do with this guy. So here we've got the reed cape on and the scarf. So that's the way I think it's supposed to go. It's actually got a little notch back there on the reed skirt for that back of the scarf where it's tied to go through. Get ready to start layering this guy up like he's getting ready to go outside and play in the wintertime, because that's how you have to put this guy together, is you kind of have to do it in layers. So we're going to start with these red arm guards, the forearm guards, gauntlets, whatever you want to call them. They are nice looking red leather, got the black straps on them. Looks like they do have some red armor panels across the front of the hands at the top. His sheath with his long sword on, as you can see, goes on underneath um, the reed cape there, and he can almost reach back and get a hand on it. He can't really get his hand around that handle. You kind of have to line the scarf up with the reed cape, but it is doable. So let's go ahead and look at his first skirt piece with his shorter katana. I don't know if it's actually a katana. His shorter sword on this belt. It does have the one scabbard on this. I call the other one a sheath. It's a scabbard. So this one actually clips on right here on the left, and it looks like a little pouch. It's a little clever design. It's got a hollow there as the scabbard blocks it, but it looks like he's got a pouch on there, kind of a military style belt for this sword. So I thought that was a pretty cool look. It's a little bit of like the traditional with the modern. So he's got his long sword in the back, and then he's got his medium sword there on his hip on the right side of his body. And here is his helmet that's kind of the updated samurai here. It's got the nice silver plating in the back, nice texture to it, and a little design in there. He does have a chin strap, and he does have a comm in there. That's why this is kind of a modern update on this type helmet. So you have to take and put this head in. It's easier to do it this way, and it does not like it, because these chin straps, right? All these chin straps on these guys are kind of a pain, but note that this is a much thicker and pliable chin strap than it is on the ESU police officer. So get it on there, and get it lined up. He's got his comb there so he can samurai sword sling while he's calling out positions to the rest of the Joes. You see I've got him with the scarf on, and the helmet does fit pretty well over it. So let's swap heads again, or not heads, let's swap armor again. Sorry. We're going to go to the tactical samurai style. Got Kyle A. Jesso, or Jesso Kyle A, on the front. It does have some pouches on the back here, nice texture, clearly armor plating, modern armor on the back. I love that they put the Japanese G.I. Joe logo on the left sleeve. Let's go ahead and slip it on overneath. Overneath, is overneath a word? Over the top. So these things have mushroom pegs in them. Both of these sets of armors do. This one actually goes in pretty well. You don't have to fight with this one too awful much. It's got a little bit more give to it than the other style does. And so let's go ahead and put his arms down and move him around and put this back on and get more of a tactical look on there. So there he is with the more modern samurai style armor with the one sword, and on the right hip with the medium sword, and there is his modernized samurai helmet look. Now let's check out his uh, what am I trying to think? Thigh? No. Shin. It's been a long day. Shin armor. So it does clip on. You don't have to try to take legs or feet or anything off. It has the expanding clips to clip on over the back there, so you can see how they fit on. Not a whole lot of work to put them on, which is good. And they are relatively pliable. I don't feel like I'm going to break these trying to get them on. So you can see the gap back there, and they don't really move around nearly as much as I thought they would. So we got him kind of geared up in modern samurai look here. Let's go ahead and pop that off. He does have this piece here, this necklace piece here, kind of a neck armor traditional thing. I don't know what you call that, but it's just kind of a necklace piece that you can fit on over the armors. But I do like the look of this helmet. This is a pretty cool helmet. So let's put his other head back on, his Kid Rock John Wick head there. I can't get over how much it looks like Kid Rock. You know, my name is Kid Budo. I'm sorry. Lord, I apologize. So let's go ahead and throw in the short sword, just get an idea of what it looks like holding it. We hadn't really looked at it yet. And then check him out with the long sword. Just get him all ready to slice and dice there. Oh, we already looked at slice and dice, hadn't we? Ninja twirling attack, samurai attack. All right, let's put that guy down for a minute. All right, so here we are. We got him all geared up with these gauntlets on the front. So I do like these. These are the ones that match this armor. You do have to take the hands off to swap the gauntlet arm guards, but that all matches. Like he coordinates, got to coordinate. So I like that. So we've got all of them stripped back down. Got his other top knot man bun head. Now here's his traditional samurai armor, and you can see the difference in the textures. So this one doesn't have the military pouches. It does not have the same like actual texture. It's more of a lined look, more of a traditional look in the back. Doesn't necessarily look quite as much like a military style body armor. These nice silver accents in the front here. Go ahead and check out how this thing snaps together. So this one is kind of a pain putting this one together. When you get one side in and the other side will snap out. So this one is kind of hard to put on. It's not as giving as the other one is. So it does help to have some tweezers or some forceps or something to kind of help push that mushroom peg through on one side and get it in nice and flush. So then you got the other side to deal with. So as you can see, it's not super easy to get this snapped. The other side comes unsnapped when you start working on it. So I did fool around with this for a while trying to get this thing snapped in, and And it's like a little game. It's like the card that you could get that said, "How do you keep an idiot busy for hours? Turn card over." And it says the same thing on the other side. So this is where having a hair dryer comes in handy. I'm going to heat up the whole side of this body armor and snap that in there. And when you do that, it still creates a little bit of a gap. So you have to kind of keep pushing it in. It's kind of wonky. It does fit together, but I think the more you move it around, the more you kind of stretch that armor and get more give in it, it will loosen up. Now here's this traditional style samurai skirt piece. Got the matching armor going around the leather. You got the dual scabbards for the different swords. You can take those out, and there's all three of them. So obviously the medium and the small one do fit in there. You can you can put the long one through it. So I think I try that here in just a minute when we get it on him. So there's all of it geared up, and there's that thing trying to snap loose again. It does work, but so there we go. Trying to put the long sword in, it'll hold it, but I mean, come on, it's not made for it. I was kind of surprised it went all the way through, but it will. So there's the medium and the short sword in his dual scabbard on the right side. And then you can just take and throw this one back on. You can get it on without taking his head off. It's not too awful tight there like some of them are. And then you just slide that one back in the scabbard. Shing! Now he's got all three of his swords and he is all kitted out. Now let's look at the piece de resistance for Budo. This is what everybody came to see right here. This is the star of the show. Is this? It's not a kabuki mask. I don't know. It's a dragon demon mask. It has a name. I can't think of what the name of it is, but we'll go ahead and see if we can work that head in there. You do have to use the man bun head because the long hair kid Budo head will not fit in there. So this one actually goes in a little easier, but you have to line the eye holes up. So once you get it on, you have to kind of work it around until you can see his eyes in there. It's a little, it's a little bit, I don't know. I wouldn't say difficult. It's kind of annoying, is what it is. It's kind of annoying to get it all lined up. So once you do, still not happy with that. Let's work on it a little bit more. So get that in there. That's just wicked, man. It's got this silver blade. I don't know. It looks like the Ruger logo, or maybe he's a Hank Williams Jr. fan on the top. And then we do have his traditional style gauntlets on that all matches this armor. Can get his arm where he's getting ready to pull either one of these two of his swords on the side. I just like the way all the colors tie together with that red sash. Still got a little bit of issue there with the mushroom pegs on the sides popping out. But overall, man, he's such a good looking figure. I'm pleasantly surprised with Budo. Now here's a look that probably not a lot of people are going to use. I just did this for the hell of it. So you got him holster or shouldering the rifle there. So he's in full samurai assault mode. That's just kind of crazy seeing him hold that pistol or that rifle. So here he is, got his samurai sword up. We got him getting ready to face off against Slice here. And I think I actually put dice up with him as well. So he dodged Slice and he's rolling back up to fight Dice. There he is getting ready to face off with both of them. So I think these three together, although the samurai kind of clash with the ninja, but I think getting all three of these guys at the same time really does help with this. Um, Budo, man, there's not a lot to dislike with this figure. Those mushroom pegs really are about the biggest pain with this guy. Got all his kit laid out here. You can see he definitely lives up to the deluxe figure. Yeah, he definitely puts the D in deluxe. I can't really I can't say enough good things about this figure. I'm really glad I decided to order him. Like I said, I didn't pre-order him. I ordered him late. I didn't order this guy until he was already starting to ship for some people. And I was like, yeah, I do like him. He's cool enough. Anyway, enough about all of that. So, score, we got to give this guy a score, got to give him a grade. Y'all, Budo is a 5 yeehaw out of 5. That's a perfect score for me. The only, like I said, the only gripe is really those mushroom pegs. On the one set of armor, you just get too much with him. You can make like 3 figures out of this guy. So if you don't have him, I do recommend picking him up, even if you're not a big fan of the ninjas and the characters like that. He's fun. He's fun to play with. He's fun to pose. So I do recommend getting him, y'all. Especially get him now. He's $34.99. I got him from Pulse, so he's probably the last deluxe that we're going to see at that price point. So the $35 price point is going out with a bang, I guess, and he is a banger. So anyway, enough about all of that. I appreciate you guys sticking around. Hope I could make this review somewhat interesting. It's a whole different style that I don't really not really accustomed to doing. Let me know if you liked how this turned out, and if you do, maybe I can do some more this way and maybe even shorten them a little bit. I don't know. Anyway, hit that like, that share, that subscribe, all of that good stuff helps out in that algorithm because I tend to get buried way down at the bottom of it. And I will see you guys next time on 3 Star Draw.